In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about how you can begin to heal your body. And it's going to be in a way that you might not have always thought. Welcome to my channel. My name's Fola. If you're new here, it's great to have you. And to those of you returning, I'm so glad you are watching again and joining into the community. So I really wanted to come on here and talk to you about healing of the physical body. And when I say healing of the physical body, this is just like one layer of your being. The way they define usually the holistic wellness of a person is the physical, the mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects. And even when we go into the shamanic practices or earth-based medicines, they refer to the medicine wheel, and basically those teachings are around those same four components. You have your physical body, which is like the physical aspect of you that's moving, your organs, your blood, all that good stuff. Then you have your mental and your mind, how you are thinking, how your mind processes are working, the thoughts. And then you have the emotional body, which is represented by the emotions, the energy in motion, how you're feeling, and how you process those feelings. And then finally, it's spirituality. We all have a spiritual component. It's like our connection to spirit, our connection to the wholeness of the universe and who we are. So when I talk about healing, again, take this with a grain of salt, because I'm not saying that everyone has the ability to just heal themselves of every single ailment. I really don't know what is the cause for most ailments or the dis-ease. But when it comes down to it, I truly believe that a lot of times the physical ailments that are showing up in our body, the aches and the pains, it's because of some other underlying reason, whether it's spiritual, mental, or emotional. And they also say in many different healing books and different modalities that any type of physical dis-ease or ailment actually begins in those outer spiritual realms and then make their way through the emotional body, into the mental body, and eventually into the physical body. So it's almost as though once you have an actual pain or an issue in your body, it's probably been trying to communicate to you many times before. You just maybe haven't been listening. And I'm sure there are cases where some of this is not applicable, or at least there might not be any evidence of it. But I truly am wondering, is it just because the person's not conscious enough of that specific issue, or is choosing to completely ignore it? Because let's be honest, I know I've been there where I have ongoing issues and I'm maybe just not ready to really deal with them yet. So I just want to let you know that you are powerful. You're able to heal your physical body. I love telling people the story like Joe Dispenza. This man, if you know Dr. Joe Dispenza, he has lots of great works online. His meditations are mind-blowing. He shares his story where he was part of a triathlon race, and I believe it was during the biking or cycling portion. He ended up being hit by a vehicle, and I believe he was paralyzed. And because he's a doctor, I think he understood a bit about the science around a specific surgery that they wanted to do for him, I think along his spine, so that he could potentially feel again or have sensation and maybe walk. But the chances were very, very rare that he'd be able to actually function. And so I guess he opted out of the surgery. It's which of those options, I guess, are worse? I don't know. But that's what started him on his journey to start learning how to heal the body. And he used it basically with meditation. He was able to heal. And now you see him, he's doing amazing works around connecting the spiritual aspects and the science aspects, especially for people healing themselves. So I'd really say check out his work. He has a lot of great ideas. And again, his meditations are But I love hearing those stories. These types of miracles happen all the time. And I grew up reading the Bible and hearing the stories of Jesus healing people, possessions being removed and all these different things, people touching his garments, and they were healed of these diseases. So why do we lack this faith that stuff can happen nowadays? And why do we think that it has to be from someone else? right? When you yourself hold the power to create the change in your body. And I have seen people go through processes of healing on their own time. And one thing I'll note here too is that not everyone wants to heal. That's another huge aspect, because I think there's people like, well, if it's that easy, why doesn't everyone do it? You would think everyone wants to feel great in their body, not have pains, not have concerns that they're going through on a daily basis. But what I've learned is that's not always true. Some people are so ingrained in the victim story or wanting to just be in that pain because maybe they think they deserve that or they need to be punished. Like, there's so many reasons. And again, I just want you to know that if that's somewhere where you're falling and you feel like you need to suffer something because of some decision that you made a long time ago, or maybe you just feel it, or it's even past life, that happens too when we carry things through life after life. You do not have to carry that anymore. It's now or never. You have the ability to choose what you would like to see and how you'd like to see it play out. And if you're ready for that, then just say it and start to do the work to support your mind and your body and your soul. And of course, some people, they might not heal depending, I guess, on how far gone the body's issues are, the disease that's been tormenting them. But at least the mental mind and the emotional mind and the soul can be in alignment. And that's why you see people who are going through some pretty significant types of illnesses like cancers and, chronic disease. And yet they have the most pleasant and beautiful energy about them. It's because they have chosen to shift their mind. And so what I would encourage you is, if you are starting to maybe see that, hey, this illness or this disease that I'm holding here, I don't really want this anymore, I think it's time for a shift, then it really starts with the mind and the emotion. And the body can communicate the concerns to you. So if you start to have certain sensations arising, I would say to look up the chakras, because depending on the ailment and the location in the body, those chakras or energy centers have different themes. For instance, the sacral chakra just below the belly button, that corresponds to relationships, the ability to be in flow or to be too rigid about life, about issues around finances and money. And so if there's something around those areas, like low back pain, a lot of times can be connected to the financial concerns, or sexuality with shame and guilt, right? And so the body might be communicating these things based on the location. So reading up on the chakras can be really helpful. And I'll probably make a video about that one day, because that's like a whole other amazing topic. And then you want to try and just silence yourself, go and be still, meditation or just mindfulness, and listen to the body. Listen to the things that come up when you focus on these body parts, wherever the ailment or the issue is within you. And just notice the thoughts that come in, because again, it's communicating to you. You might start to just have these images or these certain thought patterns, or maybe a certain feeling or an emotion. Maybe it's tightness, or maybe it's a constriction, or maybe it's heavy or hot, or maybe you start to see images of some type of childhood experience or trauma or an event that took place. And allow yourself just to notice those things and ask yourself, okay, what do I need to know about this? What do I need to look at here, or perceive, receive, know, or be, in order to heal this aspect? And just trust that the more you question and go inward, that the lighter the energies will be within you. And it's as if those places in your body will start to just release the blocked energy, or the energy that's being held. And this is going to support you emotionally and mentally as well, because you're stilling your mind, you're coming into a place of groundedness. That means then your body is no longer in that fight or flight state of mind, right? You enter more into the parasympathetic nervous system, where you are just relaxed. You can be calm. And that overall is good for everyone, because it's in that place of stillness that the body can really truly regenerate itself and heal. And again, our cells, they are generating, regenerating, growing, expiring, whatever, death, rebirth cycle constantly. They say, I think, that you change your entire body every 7 to 10 years or something. I don't know if that's a real fact, but it makes sense to me. Our hair grows, we lose our hair. Our nails grow, we lose our nails, right? So just trust that the more you do this, the more you imagine yourself too with visualization of healing into that place and being in that place of wellness, whatever that wellness is for you, that you are going to continue to be moving in that direction, right? It's like the whole idea of your mind creates your reality. But you definitely need to let go of the past of what was, the past of how you were, or how you were behaving, or how people treated you, or how you felt you were being treated or perceived by others. We need to let go and do the forgiveness work, which is another huge part of healing, is forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and just trusting that you can let go, because it's within that forgiveness that we break any chains of energy, any connections to past events, whether we were at fault and we did something wrong or someone wronged us. And it's not saying that we're forgiving and allowing the thing that they did that maybe caused a lot of harm, but it's just we are releasing that thing and that person from our energy so that we can then be completely fresh and like beautiful in our own energy, no longer attached to whatever crap it was. So that's basically all I wanted to say in this video. I hope that you can trust with this whole process of healing and know with faith that you have the ability to heal all areas of your life. And I'm going to just pull a card. I will use the chakra deck because that's always a fun deck to use. And we'll just see what, okay, there we go. We'll just see what card comes up. So the card is renewal. This is a red card, I believe. Oh, I can hardly see because the light from the camera is like, but I believe it's red. Renewal. Root chakra is the red. I talked about the chakras, the energy centers. But it's really beautiful. On one side, you can see this beautiful goddess has like the death, the dead leaves, the old fall of like everything just having crumbled away, the leaves from the trees falling, and she's rejuvenating everything so that on the other side is the beautiful like new harvest, the green grass, the flowers blooming, and in front of her is all that beauty. And you can see in the center of her body is this like spiraling energy, like the kundalini, the chakra, rainbow chakra is kind of all interconnected. You have the ability to renew yourself, rejuvenate, regenerate your cells, your body, your mind, your soul. And just trust that you're being divinely guided to do that. And when you go within, like she has her eyes closed, you can totally experience that bliss, no matter what chaos is going on in your body or outside of you. So that's beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and share this video to someone you think might need to hear this message. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, hitting the little notification bell, just so that you're updated on any future videos that I might be sending out your way. So until then, you guys take care. Bye.